Hello, everyone. I'm Kristen.
And I'm Rachel.
And this is So I'm Watching Outlander, Season 1, Episode 10, By the Pricking of My Thumbs.
Something wicked this way comes. Love it.
Yes, very good. Only really applicable to the last, 4 minutes of the episode, but it makes an impact.
I mean, it's kind of sprinkled throughout because, we get Geillis, writhing around under the full moon. True. So it's just kind of like...
There is a great deal of writhing in this episode.
Really?
We start out with a decent amount of writhing. Getting some good action.
Yeah, female sexuality. Yeah. Love to see it. Love to see it.
We love seeing a man who cares about the lady. Yeah. It's great.
Yeah.
Because we know that ladies care about ladies, so that's not an issue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just love how close to when Murdo walks in the room and him and Jamie are just so close. And I'm just like, it just is all vagina up in there. Right
Murtaugh is too just such a cock block at the beginning. It's I'm pretty sure she finished. So that's fine.
Yeah.
But then also he just doesn't look at her until it's too late and she's still in the afterglow and he's like, whoops.
My bad.
My
bad, guys.
I didn't mean it.
Yeah.
But yeah, so basically the whole gist of this episode is that Jamie is trying to get a pardon from the Duke of Sandringham, and they think that they can do that by sort of shit-talking Blackjack.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing really comes of that, and I feel is the Duke of Sandringham in a couple more episodes?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. No, I mean, in the same visit.
No, at this point.
Okay.
Because I think that the rest of them... Because I think once Jamie comes back and handles Claire's issue, I think they fuck off to Rock.
Okay, all right. Yeah, I think you're right. I just remember it being a little more involved in the book where, they go on a hunt and everything.
Yeah.
And, he just keeps on asking Jamie to sit on his lap, I feel like. It's very funny.
Yeah.
So we do find out then that the Duke of Sandringham is, a little gay. Yeah, a little gay.
Mm-hmm.
And he really likes Jamie. That's the thing, I think. All of the gays in this series are in love with Jamie.
Everybody loves Jamie. They're not wrong.
No, they're absolutely not wrong. It's just hilarious.
Yep.
Because it feels sort of in opposition to a lot of things, especially male-driven things where the female central character is the one that's always every man can't help but want to be with her. And so it's I love that every man is intrigued by Claire, but just wants to fuck Jamie.
Oh yeah, because they kind of do. They don't know what to make of Claire, and then they're like, she's handsome, and then Jamie, they're just like, I want to put it in him.
Well, she's handsome, and people call her beautiful, but she's also then sort of creepy because she's got the witch eyes, and so everyone thinks she's beautiful, but also scary.
Yeah,
and I think that's where the disconnect is, where it's you're beautiful, but I think you would bite my dick off, and
that's the level of beauty I strive to.
Yeah, it would be so sweet if I didn't have this approachable face, and people were just terrified of me. I would love that.
Well, apparently if I think too hard, I look like I'm plotting someone's murder.
Oh, I have resting bitch face hard.
Yeah.
I think that's part of the reason why I've never been really catcalled or hard approached by men.
Mm-hmm.
Although I'm sure tons of people are no, it's just because you're medium looking. And I'm it's fine.
You're beautiful.
I'm regular person attractive. I dig it. It has caused me zero problems. It's spectacular. But I just do wish that it was because I was scary. And I don't think it's because I'm scary.
Well, people try to push that button. I've been catcalled, but then I tend to whip around and be like, if you don't shut the fuck up, I will rip your head from your body and shit down your throat. And they're like, got it. See you later.
Yeah. I will divorce your testicles from your body.
Yeah.
Just let's leave that out there.
These are mine now.
So that is, I think, one of my favorite things about this series as a whole is just how much most of the dudes want to give it to Jamie.
Yeah.
They're just it would be cool if we fucked, right? And he's just I'm 100% straight. He is 100% straight.
Yep.
There's no gay in Jamie.
He even says that he's not going to offer up his backside to the Duke of Sandringham.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But I also love what an open joke it is about the Duke, where everyone's just well, yeah, he likes the boys, and everyone's just well, it's whatever, just don't be alone with him.
Yeah.
Just don't be alone with him and then bend over.
Because what other choices do they have? He's a benefactor, so it's just kind of it just it's the creepy uncle that we all have, where it's just he'll tire himself out.
Yeah. I only have the one uncle, and he's not creepy, so
I actually don't have any creepy uncles either. I have like creepy like friends of family.
Yeah.
So
I had a creepy like third cousin.
Yeah, like one of my dad's friends likes to kiss me on the mouth, like when we like greet each other, and I'm just like every time.
That's a no
and I'm
for
just
me.
like, I'm just turning it, but it's always like right there, and I'm like, weird. This feels. I'm 35 years old. This feels weird. I don't. No, we're just adults kissing at this
Not
point.
at all.
Yeah,
Not
in front of his wife, and she's like, "Hi." Come in right after that. I'm like, I don't know what's happening.
Nah.
Small towns ain't it.
Yeah, definitely not. So, basically, they're trying to do that. Claire weirdly goes sort of ahead without telling anyone to the Duke, and is like, "Hey, Jamie's going to come talk to you about this, and I'm just going to say a couple of words that are going to sort of ruffle your feathers, and then we're going to both threaten to behead each other."
Yeah, well, I think she's trying to get out in front of it because she knows about. I think she's trying to push the Duke that she knows that
about
like,
the Jacobite money and everything. Okay,
because she's like, I have my future knowledge, and
Sure.
so let me get out in front of it. So if I can save Jamie's backside, then let me try to do that.
Gotcha. Okay, I mean, it's as most of Claire's plans go. It's a little
medium formed.
Yeah, it's ill formed. But I do love the way it's also the Duke is played by Simon Callow, who is always welcome for me. I think he's great. And he like the way that he gestures to one of the servants comes in and is like bowing with a plate of something in front of him for like 40 seconds. And he just is like, go away. And he just like, it's very funny.
I like the way he sounds when he talks because he opens his mouth so roundly, which is so different from how most British people speak. Yeah. And it's very pleasing, but also kind of upsetting at the same time. It's like ASMR.
So have you ever seen that Eddie Izzard joke that talks about all the like old-fashioned British accents from movies and stuff?
Oh, I don't think I have.
It's actually maybe not even that one. I think it's the one about the royal family. And it's like it's something like whenever the royal family meets like a real person, they're like, "Oh, you're a plumber. What on earth is that?" It's like very that vibe to it. I love that. I think it's from Dress to Kill. It's like,
oh God, I haven't seen that, and
it's one of the best ones. But that's the vibe I get every time I hear him speak because it's like very from like back here where he's talking.
Sounds like a horse.
Yeah,
I couldn't even. Wow, I attempted to do like the.
We are both not horse girls.
No, that was bad. We'll cut that out. Oh my God. But you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Insert horse sound.
Insert horse sound.
My face is so red right now. Oh God.
All right. So what else we got? Claire sees Geillis dancing naked and pregnant in under the moonlight doing a ritually spell thing. And she is calling upon Mother Nature to let her and Dougal be together because she's married and he's married to a homely but lovely woman, apparently. And within the course of like literally 36 hours. Yeah. Dougal's wife has died of a fever that just was like immediate, and Geillis poisons Arthur with cyanide in a public hall.
Yeah, in front of fucking everybody.
So yeah, they are both extremely dead, and they make the big mistake of like gazing adoringly at each other across the fucking room.
Right, you are not being subtle, my dudes.
You're not being subtle, and you're not out of the woods yet.
Yes, come on.
And so that always sort of annoyed me because I'm just like, come on, guys. Like Geillis is so much more canny than that. Like she should know that that's not correct. Yeah. Like she should have realized.
Yeah.
And Dougal too. It's just like literally yesterday, literally in your previous scene in this episode, you were drunk and wailing and slicing people, including Angus, in the face, or Rupert, I guess, in the face.
It was Angus.
Was it? Oh yeah, because you were like so distraught about her dying and like all this stuff, so that Claire had to sedate you, and I'm just like,
she did not deserve me. No,
I did not deserve
her. Whatever.
She didn't deserve this.
Yeah.
So it's just, I'm sort of like, really, what is the end game here?
I don't know, and that's that really struck me or rubbed me the wrong way. The first time I watched it, and still now, it's just like you can't have it both ways.
Yeah. No. I mean, you can be sad that your wife is dead, but then you can't literally the next day be like smirking at your girlfriend across the...
Yeah, and I know that like everyone grieves different, and that's always a thing. It's like, you know, they're either grieving too much or not enough. And I really feel like he was putting it the fuck on.
Doing too much?
Yeah.
I mean, he was like hammered, so it's possible he didn't know 100% what he was doing, but I agree. He was doing a lot.
Doing the most.
So the other important thing in this episode is that Claire confronts Leary about the ill wish because she realizes it was her. And Leary really just goes all in and is like,
yeah, I did it. Yeah. I'll do it again.
I did it. I'll do it again. And then next time I'll shove it up your ass instead. Yeah. And she's just really like, he doesn't love you. You're like frigid because you're English, and like my poor Jamie and all of this bullshit.
My whole thing when she was like, he's in a loveless marriage, and it's just kind of like, all right, bitch, go smell his face right now.
Yeah, sure. Like, do you want to know what he did to me this morning? Because you have literally no concept of any of it. God. So,
and she just, you all were not promised to each other. Yeah. So it's like, fine, you can have some high school like crush on this boy. Yeah. But I mean, he's married now. Time to let it go.
Time to move on. And the fact that she just like straight up does not ever move on is really obnoxious to me. And so anyway, Claire calls her a child. I think Claire actually handles this pretty well.
I agree.
Except for it does come back to bite her in the ass, because at the end, Dougal and Jamie and Rupert and Angus and Murtagh are all sent away because Colum is pissed. And Jamie's like, just don't go near Geillis. Like, you have to stay away from her. She's in a lot of danger. You can't be caught up in this. And so literally at the first sign of communication, like Claire gets a message, like a letter that says like, come immediately or something.
Or come quick.
Yeah. And so she does immediately go. And it's like, so she's there when the wardens come to arrest Geillis, and they're like, sweet, the other witch. And it's like, you've no proof of like up against Claire for sure. Although the witch, it's because Father Bane.
Oh, that didn't help her cause. And I'm sure that Leary told them, like, I suspect her of witchcraft.
But I think that Father Bane is in the trial.
Yes. Yeah. Well, he comes as a character witness.
Yeah. So yeah, as they're in shackles getting taken away in the wagon, Leary just like pops her little head around the corner and is like,
But just a little smirk. Hit her again.
She's such a bitch. Yeah, Claire does slap her. And then, the other thing is, God, again, so much stuff happens in these episodes. The changeling baby.
Yes.
Yeah. Which I just like, Claire, you're killing me.
Yeah, just leave it. Just leave it.
It's fine.
Yeah. And I really loved how Jamie framed it.
Yeah.
Because he was like, you know, you can't blame the parents. You know, this is sad for them too. Yeah. Let them think that their healthy baby is living with the fairies. And I really liked that. And he was like, and it's not about them being harsh, but these people have only been maybe 10 paces from their home their entire life, and they don't know any better. And it's just like, thank you.
Because she's like, do you believe in it? And he's like, it doesn't matter what I believe, but like, because they don't know any better, it's what they believe. And you have to like, it's just a very like, you have to respect the culture that you're in.
Yeah, for real.
And she's not doing it. And in the first place, so she was born in the 20s, the late teens or the early 20s. That kind of shit still existed, and especially because she was wandering all over with her Uncle Lamb.
Yeah.
There's absolutely no way she didn't encounter other instances of this.
And how she, you know, she is putting down Geillis for being witchy, and it's like, ma'am, you're wrapped up in a magical situation. You cannot look down your nose at people who believe in superstitions and spirits.
Literally traveled through time. Yeah. What do you think is happening here?
Yeah. And I mean, if anything, I'd be a very quick convert and be like, oh no, that's a fucking changeling in that tree. Yeah. I'm gonna leave that alone.
I would do that now. If I found a baby in the woods, I've seen a bunch of those TikToks where it's like, such and such happened. We heard this. We were in like West Virginia or like Eastern Tennessee, and we like heard this sound in the woods. And it always is stitched with somebody being like, if you're in Appalachia and you heard a sound in the woods,
no, you didn't.
No, you didn't. And I'm just like 100%. Yeah. I am not going in the woods trying to find out what it is.
Nope.
That's how you get eaten by a Wendigo.
Exactly.
I'm not trying to live that life.
Nope.
It's not it for me.
Now, I probably would stand there a little too long and be like, am I hearing what I'm hearing right now?
Go inside.
Yeah, but then I'd be like, I'm just gonna.
Especially because the first time Claire's like, what was that noise? Geillis is like, nothing, let's go.
Yep.
He's like, we should keep moving.
Yeah.
And she's just like, absolutely not. It's just, that's one of the things that frustrates me about Claire is like, it's like you said, it's like you are currently right this minute experiencing literal magic. And you're like, but that is a child in distress. And
that's
like,
the line that I'm drawing. I can fly back 200 years, but a baby in a tree, that's ridiculous.
Yeah. And it's not about like, I mean, I guess she is sort of like a woman of science a little, but also I'm just sort of like, you don't know, just like let the people have what they want to have. Yeah. Like, you know, it's why my crystals don't bother you.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, it's not about you. Just leave me alone about it. So,
while I drink my moon water.
Yeah. Whatever.
Yep.
I had a whole pot of tea made from it the other day. So yeah, Claire gets arrested at the end of this episode. And we are about to see the trial is in the next episode or the one after that?
Nope, this next one.
The next one, yeah. So we get a witch trial in the next episode, which we're gonna go watch.
Yeah. Bye. Bye.